James Creedon is here now for our daily dose of Media Watch.
Yes, indeed.
Hi
Hello,
there,
Laura.
James. And it's all about French politics tonight.
I know it's the moment you've been waiting for, the first debate of the socialist primary.
Because you covered the last lot, didn't you? The
Yes.
Conservative debate.
But
You
I
got
know
very
how
excited
excited you are about
I'm
this
really
debate this evening.
excited.
And you're going to have to work, so you're not going to see it.
7 left-wingers in a TV studio,
That's
battling
right.
it out for the soul of the Socialist Party.
Starts at 9 p.m, but don't change channel because
Don't change
it's
channel.
much more interesting.
You won't
on
understand
France
what's
24.
going on. Or you might.
So just forget it. We'll give you the highlights. Anyway, let's show you. This is how some people are anticipating it, which I think is a little bit of an exaggeration, because it's going to be 7 candidates in the Socialist Party, essentially, debating the kind of minor points of difference in their policies. Now, there will be some big differences. If you're really into the nuts and bolts of it, the Nouvel Obs, and if you read French, that's probably, reducing the amount of people again. But if you do want to find out more on that, they have a nice breakdown on the Nouvel Obs website on each of the different areas of policy. No, I'm not.
Not now, no time.
There is also bingo, if anyone wants to play bingo and listen to the debate and figure out the keywords that might come up, such as who is the heir to François Mitterrand, stuff like that. You can play that. Others are saying, look,
Who is the heir to François Mitterrand?
well, they'll all probably be claiming it a little bit.
Well, I was going to say, right.
I don't know.
It's not
who.
a real though.
And then another person is saying, "Oh my God, the Parti Socialiste. It's just so in such a bad way that people are sharing coffins to illustrate it." This one satirical account is L'Humeur de Droite is saying, "Oh, there's a really really good TV show on at almost 9 p.m. on Arte." So he's actually advising everyone to watch anything but the debate. Now, what do we have here?
L'Humeur de Droite is an interesting name, and
It's satirical. Now, François Fillon, who is the Conservative candidate, he won his primary back in November.
he's sitting back tonight, putting his feet up.
He will. He's feeling rather pleased with himself. He was the big surprise, of course, and of the 7 candidates this evening, I'm sure many will be hoping that they will also have a Fillon effect. In other words, coming out of nowhere to win. And why did Fillon win? Because he performed very strongly in the debates. So these debates can actually really change the outcome quite significantly.
Yeah.
So Fillon was saying this is just a race for about this is a race about who is going to spend the most and reform the least, because he's all about making savings and spending less on the state level. Montebourg, he is one of the 7 candidates, and
Mr. Made in France.
That's right, Mr. Made in France. He was an industry minister previously, very much in favour of French products and all of that. He's got quite a good social media campaign going. Of all the 7 candidates, I think his is the best. He's saying, look, I have people meeting all around the country today in all of these different locations, getting together in bars and cafes, etc., to listen to the debate. So he's really trying to create...
To boo the other candidates and cheer when I speak.
He's trying to create some momentum on social media for his candidacy.
Do you want to talk about Benoît Hamon and his pledge to give everyone a civilian wage?
I hadn't intended to go into it, but it is indeed.
It is interesting,
it is one
though,
of the
isn't it?
policies to have a sort of a minimum.
It's quite an eye-catching
a
policy.
minimum wage,
a
universal minimum wage.
Even if you don't work.
That's right, so that everybody kind of will be.
Even
at
if you
least
do work, I should say.
I suppose it's one way of saying, look, policies like this can eliminate the harsher aspects of poverty if everybody's guaranteed a certain minimum sum of money. So they will be kind of novel ideas. Now, there's one quite left-wing candidate who's not going to be a part of this evening's primary debate because he's going for election outside of the primary process.
You're talking about Jean-Luc Mélenchon?
We're talking about Jean-Luc Mélenchon, and he...
The others are not real left-wingers. Jean-Luc Mélenchon is a real left-winger.
That's certainly Jean-Luc Mélenchon's line, and he's saying, look, this is all rubbish. He's saying he's even developed this hashtag "Prends-moi pour un poisson rouge." Are you taking me for a goldfish? Anyway, look.
He's got a great sense of humour.
He does have a good sense of humour, and this is a way of saying, "Don't take me for a fool. This is not really a left-wing primary because I'm not in it, and they're not really authentic socialist left-wingers like I am." Now, do you know what he's doing in order to create a bit of buzz around his own campaign in an upcoming political meeting? He has announced on Twitter that he's going to double himself, and he's going to appear both in Lyon, where he will be physically present, and in hologram form in Paris at the same time. Now, saying that this is the first time it's ever been done. A lot of people were saying, hold on a minute, didn't Prince Charles do something like that? Didn't he hologram himself in somewhere?
Tupac did it, that's who I was
Tupac
thinking
did it, Modi did it. Okay, that's
He's the first politician to do it, maybe, no?
Well, he's the first. It is the first time it's been done live. Erdogan famously did it as well.
That's right, yeah.
But it is the first time it's been done
yeah.
live. So that's a first. And they're all looking for ways
Let's
of
hope
outing
this
each
is
other.
not becoming a trend. Politicians are doubling themselves all over the world. Now, from the far
Quadrupling
left.
everywhere.
Yes, from the far left to the far right. Marine Le Pen. This is a bit of a bizarre story. She went to New York this afternoon.
Yes.
You would think to meet with Donald Trump, President-elect, about to take office. But she was spotted just having a cup of coffee around Trump Towers. What's this all about?
Well, people are sort of scratching their heads. I mean, there's a photo of her on Twitter in Trump Tower. In the background, you've got Trump's ice cream
downstairs,
See?
like a
So she's at the Trump cafeteria, basically, with Trump's ice cream in the background.
groupie?
Well, maybe, I mean, you would think that, she's in Trump Tower, that perhaps some meeting had been scheduled and maybe at the last minute it got cancelled. It doesn't make her look very...
So did she fly
good.
back or is she still in New York?
Well, I don't know, but for one AFP journalist, they're just saying, confirming that she will not meet with Donald Trump today in New York. Others have been tweeting horrific images
Oh,
of
not
Trump.
these again. Oh, my goodness.
Of Trump blended with Marine Le Pen. That's pretty awful. And for Raquel Garrido on Twitter, she's saying facepalm for Marine Le Pen. What a wannabe. Now all we need is for her to take a selfie on front of Trump Tower. In other words, accusing Marine Le Pen of posturing. But certainly she's made no secret of the fact that she's an admirer of Donald Trump and that certainly she would like to create the same sort of surprise effect in
Trump à la française.
Indeed, in the May election.
All right. Lovely. James, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Laura.
James Creedon there with Media Watch. Now, moving on.